Leading with love. Sounds nice, right? Kind of like a Hallmark card. But let me tell you something. It's not soft and it's not sentimental. Leading with love is one of the most courageous, practical, and tough minded things a true leader can do. Because let's face it, it's a lot easier to bark out orders and be in command and control than it is to sit down, shut up, and listen. Show of hands, yes. Would you agree? Being on either side of that, right? And trust me, some days I have been better at barking than listening. But here is a truth. Not everyone feels comfortable opening up to an owner, boss, supervisor, or even a fellow teammate, especially if they're barkers. And people carry embarrassment, guilt, regrets, sometimes high level, sometimes low level. Private things that may never want to be brought out into the workplace. And that's their right, and that's okay. So, leading with love doesn't mean prying into people's lives like some kind of emotional detective. It means patience and trusting and compassion. Creating an environment where people know they are seen, they are heard, they are valued, and they are respected, even if they never spill their secrets. Sometimes the most loving thing a leader can do is simply give people the space to breathe. No need to fix everything or even anything per se. In his later years, past 65 ish, my dad began to show the world his true heart as a servant leader. He stopped demanding people to open up. He didn't push them to bare their souls. He just paid attention. And then he role modeled, to me at least, the art of observing and leading. Easier said than done, I know. He remembered special birthdays. He noticed when someone looked tired. He showed up a lot, often unannounced. It was a bit alarming to see this change in his later years, but now it's a great memory of his legacy. He was leading with the kind of quiet love that said, "You matter." Not just your output, not just your meeting my expectations or his at the time, but you, me. And here's this craziest thing. When people feel that kind of love, whether it's a father, a boss, or whatever, they often give you their absolute best back. Not because they have to, but because they want to. That's the best kind. He was really starting to get that. After over 50 tough years of doing business in a predominantly dog eat dog world that just does not work anymore. And it certainly doesn't last if you still practice that. As Stephen Covey said, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Or as Zig Ziglar loved to put it, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yes, that's not management philosophy, that's life philosophy. And it does work in business and in families and in friendships, everywhere, anywhere. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, that all sounds great, but have you met my kids or my mates or my crew or my team? Yes, sometimes leading with love feels like hugging a porcupine. But you know what? Even porcupines will eventually warm up if they know you're safe to be around. So here's something you can try this week. Instead of asking your team, hey, did you finish the report or the task that I asked you to do? Ask, how are things going for you now? Do you need any help? And then here's the hard part. Shut up. Let silence do its work. Most will fill in that gap and give you more than you would ever get asking, asking, and asking. And don't rush to fill it. Don't turn it into a checklist. Just listen. One ask and wait. Sometimes they'll open up, sometimes they won't. Both are okay. What matters is that they feel your care is genuine. Leading with love isn't about knowing everything about someone, but it's about walking with patience and compassion and respect, creating a culture where people can bring their whole selves when they are ready and never feel forced when they are not. So try it this week. Practice listening with love. Because you know what? In the end, the real legacy is you. Cheers. Ciao.